So, my name is Alva. I am working on this video project called How I Met Your Father.Life. It's a mockumentary based on true events. The person I'm going to talk about today is named Izzy Velasquez. Was a student at the Craigslist Journalism School in Midtown Manhattan that is a state-funded institution. Why I bring her up is Izzy Velasquez, I don't think ever really graduated. But you know what she was really good at? Being a burner, as in an attendee of the Burning Man event that occurs every year in Nevada, and being a polyamorous participant in several polyamorous relationships. She's a bit of a basket case. I think she was from, I don't know, with a name like Izzy Velasquez, where would she be from? Not sure. Where would a person, maybe Costa Rica, let's say. I wouldn't say Belize because they speak English there, and Izzy Velasquez's English is really not really, on par with other students at the Craigslist Day School. Well, what I will say, she's super friendly with the boys, really liked hanging out with all of the new recruits from Europe. Is that French dude that works at the really conservative French equivalent of the Wall Street Journal. There's that Swedish dude that married the woman from Spain. There was that other guy from Spain that she was always kind of really hot for. She was just kind of like a woman who was just sort of her own personal welcome wagon for a lot of the exchange students at the Craigslist J School, funded by New York State taxpayer dollars. I bring her up because she was probably my least favorite person at that school. Mind you, I graduated as a valedictorian, and I was selected to be the student speaker at commencement, which was December 15th, 2011. Izzy Velasquez showed up late to commencement on Izzy Velasquez showed up late to commencement, December 14th, 2011. That's the commencement where I was selected to be the student speaker alongside David Remnick of The New Yorker, who gave a really boring speech about his time as a Washington Post correspondent in the Moscow bureau. I digress. But at least he recognized that I was a descendant. I am a granddaughter of minor celebrities from France. At least he recognized that much, and that was part of our discussion while we were on stage that time during commencement, before I read my speech about the class of 2011 at the Craigslist J School, funded by New York State taxpayer dollars. I bring up Izzy Velasquez because apparently there was a lot of partying going on that I just wasn't around for, and I'm not regretting a damn thing. There's a lot of dirty partying going around, and a lot of the women involved suffer from, guess what? Fibroids. A lot of them are in their late 20s and early 30s. As we established in a previous episode, fibroids are something that afflict much older women after they've had children in their 80s or 90s. And it forces you to have to get a hysterectomy. I'm older than these women still to this day, and I've never had fibroids. I've never had symptoms of fibroids. I'm just not of their generation, and I'm damn proud of it. You know who else has never had fibroids, most likely? Gwen Stefani, and she's in her 50s. You know who else who I don't think has had fibroids? Our Vice President, Kamala Harris. Different generation, just saying. So what I find interesting about this Izzy Velasquez is at one point we were connected on social media, and she had the audacity to invite me to a party that was just kind of a little bit sexually risque, judging from the description in the party invite on Facebook. I was horrified by this. I was like, why the fuck would I want to be involved with anything that disgusting with a person named Izzy Velasquez, knowing how dirty she is, considering she's poly and everything. That's not how I roll. I immediately deleted her as a friend. I think I may have blocked her, and I've never spoken to her since. Apparently she's trying to be a lawyer in Florida. I find that laughable since she can't even shake two words together to put a sentence together to defend anyone, not even herself, from a lot of the bullshit that she speaks right now. But yet she's held up as some sort of an accomplished woman by people like Prue Clark, an Australian instructor at the Craigslist J School that everybody seemed to love because she was one of Scotty's angels back at Columbia. See how there's an overlap between the Craigslist J School and the Columbia J School? I was not part of that little racket called Scotty's Angels, and I'm damn proud of it. You know why? I never wanted to be an airhead anchor. I never wanted to flat press my hair or wear a wig just to be on camera. I'm proud of my hair. I actually have hair of my own, unlike the Caribbean reporter, Melissa N. Just saying. More to the point, I already went to journalism school in France before I attended the Craigslist J School. Reminder once again, I was the valedictorian of the class of 2011 and selected as student speaker for that class. I also received a Dean's List award the following spring after graduation in May, and I was introduced on stage by none other than the then mayor of New York City, Michael Bloomberg. He even called me Alva, to mispronounce my name just the way he does with names that end on an A sound. Alva French is how he said my name. I hated the photo that they put up of me because it was a horrible photo taken by John Smock, the director of photography at the Craigslist J School. What else can I say? Yeah, Izzy Velasquez is kind of a threat to a lot of people's sexual health. I want to say she slept with a lot of people, and considering she's a burner, she's probably done it unsafely. And I think the Swedish kid and the French kid might be a little concerned about the kind of diseases they're bringing home to their wives at this moment. Remember, I deleted her as soon as she tried to invite me to one of her parties. While we're on the subject of alums of the Craigslist J School, whatever happened to that woman, the Muslima from Florida, who works at WAMU? Didn't she have an arranged marriage? It's been quite a while since they've been able to conceive a child. What's wrong with that marriage? Where did that deal go wrong? What about that Finnish girl with the blonde hair who speaks no European languages, married to that Egyptian guy? They've been together for like 15 years. Why are there no children of that marriage? What else? The woman who works at the Georgia NPR station in Atlanta. No one talks about the kids she's not having. Who else? We already talked about Kelly Rhodes and her divorce from the Dartmouth grad because she had fibroids and thought she would be clever by hiding that fact. So we'll just move right along to another fun fact. Yeah, I'm still wondering why my assistant at NBC News received his corporate card a few months before I did. You know, the Citibank one that I carry in my wallet? I'm still wondering about that. Can you help me out? Kendrick Lamar. The esteemed Kendrick Lamar.